All right, question one. What's your name?
My name's Lily Mithen. My middle name is Grace.
Thanks, Lily Grace. How long have you been playing footy?
Good question. I've been playing since Auskick, so that's probably started age 6 and I'm 25. So I don't know the maths of that, but a long time. 19 years.
If you're not playing footy, where can we find you?
If the weather was warm, probably at the beach. If the weather was cold, probably inside a cafe.
When did you start surfing?
Started surfing as a kid. I loved surfing as a little kid, but then had a very large hiatus and only recently back into it. It's probably the last couple of years. I love it.
Where's your favourite place to surf?
Favourite place to surf would be Noosa Heads. I love that place. It's a family holiday destination. A lot of great memories. It's probably a place that I learnt to surf and fun to get out on a big mel and I guess contest with all the crowds out there. It's a hot spot.
What helps you stay focused while you're out on the field?
I think connection to my teammates is something that makes me keep focused. I think if I'm disconnected with the game, it's often meaning that I'm in my own head and not, so to speak, connected with my teammates. So it's a good way to get back in the game.
Who are some of your biggest inspirations on and off the field?
On the field, I would say Daisy Pearce. I know she's no longer a teammate of mine since her retirement, but an inspiration in the way that she plays the game, in the way that she leads the game, and the way that she's been able to build the culture at the footy club. Off field, sounds generic and corny, but probably my family. I've got some very successful people in my family and people that definitely prioritise family and friends and all the fun things in life too.
Very serious question. Vegemite or Nutella?
Vegemite or Nutella? I'd have to go Vegemite on a nice, white, thick piece of sourdough.
Thick piece of sourdough, spread thick or thin?
I'm spreading it somewhere between thick and thin, a nice even layer.
What was going through your head after the final siren had sounded at the 2022 Grand Final?
Pure elation. I was so stoked. It all came out in the form of tears.
How does it feel being one of the very first female players to play football at AFLW level?
I think it's really cool to be one of the first people that ever played AFLW at the highest level possible. Being able to do it as a young player, it probably didn't mean as much at the time. I probably didn't realise the enormity of it. But then when I can see young girls who get to aspire to play with me or like me and play at the highest level possible, it's something pretty cool and something I wish I had as a kid. So it's very cool to be part of something from the ground up.
How are you hoping to inspire young women across Australia that might be trying to follow in your footsteps?
I think I sort of just touched on it, but I think the ability that things change and things in which you may not think is a possibility could be a possibility. So I guess the message in that is don't give up and put your best foot forward because you never know what's around the corner.
Let's sidetrack again. Meat pie or sausage roll?
Meat pie was sausage roll, but I would prefer both of them in the party variety.
With tomato sauce?
Tomato sauce, of course. And if we're going bougie, I'll have some tomato relish.
Oh, you're making me hungry. You're related to the great Laurie Mithen, who had a very prominent AFL career for Melbourne. How has his legacy inspired you and your game today?
Yeah, Laurie Mithen was my grandfather's cousin. I sadly didn't meet Laurie, but I think since getting to the footy club, it's been really cool to see how many people loved Laurie as a player and how many people were inspired by the way he played. And I think it's a really nice touch in terms of the Mithen name living on at the Melbourne Footy Club.
What's your favourite memory from being in the Rookie Me Academy?
My favourite memory was one, just getting more footy involved. I loved footy as a kid, obviously. I still love it today, but the more opportunity I got to spend with ball in hand, spend with like-minded people, I think that's one of the biggest things I love about footy is being in an environment where everyone's there to do the same thing, love the same thing, and just want to learn and get better and grow. That was probably the best thing I took out of rookie me was, those relationships and being in a supportive environment to grow and get better.
What do you reckon makes a perfect kick?
Perfect kick, good ball drop, good follow through, everything in between. I think having an idea of where you want to kick it is also something pretty important, but a good ball drop, good follow through, momentum going through the footy, you can't go too wrong.
Why don't you show us one?
Just like that.
Yeah, beaut. What does a normal day of training look like for you?
Normal training day looks like getting there pretty early, often arrive with a coffee in hand, get around my teammates early, not getting around them, but having some conversation and catching up what was watched on TV the night before or what they'd got up to in that day. Then it's about sort of honing in, might be some extra mobility, extra recovery, some weights, catching up with a coach, something like that before real training commences. Typically looks like a couple of hours on the field, an hour or so in the gym, some meetings, bit of recovery and some dinner with the team. So they're long days, but wouldn't have it any other way.
Who's your favourite opponent and why?
Favourite opponent is probably the Bulldogs. I love playing against the Bulldogs. We've got a fierce rivalry with them. They're one of the teams that, alongside Melbourne, sort of cultivated women's sport, or women's AFL, I should say, with the exhibition games that we ran. And ever since then, our rivalry's been really strong. We typically have the better of them too, which I love, but they're always a bit of a grudge match, so love those games.
Another rivalry, Tim Tams or barbecue shapes?
Tim Tams or barbecue shapes? I'd go Tim Tams. Definitely not the new coconut cream ones though. Don't know if you've had them, but they're not it.
Have you ever had a Tim Tam slam?
What's that? What's a Tim Tam slam?
It's where you drink the tea through the corners.
Oh, nah. Nah, the biscuit gets too soggy. You gotta have them crispy.
Fair enough. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
One of the best bits of advice I received is being a good teammate opposed to being a good mate. I think in the footy sense, it's one thing just to be a good mate and be everyone's friend, but ultimately to be a good teammate is something really important because it means you've got the respect of your peers and you're probably working hard and trying to get a bit of success along the way. I've got some friends. Hey girls,
Hey.
you want to get involved?
Yep.
We're just walking and talking.
Okay.
What music did you listen to on the drive here?
On my drive here, actually a local barista of mine, she just released a new single this morning. It's called For Ollie, so I listened to that. What did you guys listen to?
Some Taylor Swift.
Oh, Taylor Swift. Are you going to the concert?
No.
No. Are you?
No.
No. What did you listen to?
Can't remember.
Can't remember. Nice.
What's your go-to cheat meal?
Go-to cheat meal. It's probably something of the Mexican variety. A couple of good tacos or something like that. What about you girls?
I
Don't know.
don't know. Pizza.
Pizza? Yeah, yum. What flavour pizza?
Margarita.
Margarita. I'd go prosciutto, I think. What would you get?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. Nice. See you girls. Get back to training. There's a full contest happening here and you're missing out.
Having already won a premiership, Lily, in your young career, what's next?
Going back to back, baby. No, but seriously, I think that'd be something super surreal to do. No other AFLW club's gone back to back, so it's something that we're definitely working toward and in the midst of training hard for that potentially be the outcome.
Back to back, you heard it here first.
That's it.
All right, well done.
Love it. Thank you.